The writing process is a long, interesting ordeal. I started off this project by proposing ideas to talk about TV and the impact it has on the youth, like with shows like Bones, and Grey's Anatomy, and other things. But then I changed ideas to talk about beauty and how the artificial ideas of beauty are shaping the ideas for the girls of today. That somehow morphed into a topic about role models and also the overpowerment and achievements that women have accomplished. I guess the idea came from my deck speech I did this year. It was on beauty, like with Photoshop and artificiality. But this paper proved to be so much more than that. And basically it's women looking up to others because of feminism. My strongest example, or my strongest part of my paper, is my examples of my women role models, like Michelle Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Malala Yousafzai, all of which whom have stellar qualities to lead and protect and inspire. And for example, Hillary Clinton, despite what all people say, she has the potential to become the first female president of the United States. But the weakest part of my paper, however, is probably my sentence order and word choice, as I don't always use words appropriate for a 12th grade level diction. I had 2 people help me peer edit my paper, and they helped me fine-tune it, and we came up with better word choice and transitions. There has been writing all over my papers in order to make it better, so I really appreciate that. Organizational issues. I had the ideas in my brain, but I couldn't quite convey them to the paper. But when talking and explaining them, they came out better. So then therefore, talking it out and coming up with better ideas have helped make the organization much better. I've also been trying to focus more on the role model aspect of women versus the overdone, stereotypical Photoshop and beauty. I wanted to break outside the box because beauty is overdone and over-talked about, and this paper really focuses on a role model and what makes a good role model. Self-revision, it's been read over and over again. And then actually, I ended up doing it where I took one of my drafts and wrote all over it with blue pen in order to make it even better. And then I made those corrections onto my computer. My quality of support is, once again, the ideas are in my brain, but they're not conveying very well when it comes to the paper. It took a lot of repetition and redeveloping in order to get the words from my brain to the paper. Through this paper process, I've learned I'm not as patient with myself as I thought I was. Because it seems to be that, I would get frustrated and keep going over and over. And in reality, to make a good paper, you need to have the patience to be able to fine-tune and redo it. I've also grown and become more mature as a writer. My word choice and sentence levels is much more appropriate for a 12th grade student now than what it was when I first started. This process is long and draining. It takes a lot in order to write a great paper. It is probably the most developed paper I've ever written. It's grown so much. I am absolutely amazed at the evolution from talking about the stereotypical ideas of beauty to talking about what makes a role model. And the overall quality, it makes me feel good. It feels like it's a good paper, and I'm very, very proud of it. And like I said before, the evolution, it's amazing. To look at it where it was a month ago, to 10 questions on a piece of paper, talking about beauty pageants and beauty, to a very well-developed essay talking about equality, voting rights, and most importantly, female role models. Thank you, and have a good weekend.